Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten our first big tease of WWE 2K25 here today, and it's something that we really thought might have not been a possibility when we saw Hip Hop Gamer going ahead and talk about this a week ago, but intergender matches seem to have been teased by Rhea Ripley on a WWE 2K promotional video here today. Let's go on ahead and take a quick look at it before we get into this video.
WWE 2K25, I mean, some people think that
Hold up, Rhea.
She says some people might think and then they cut her out right then and there, and they really wouldn't tease this if they had no plans of getting it done. Now, you guys see Dominic Mysterio was about to talk some blabberish stuff. He's just talking about Liv Morgan, which I think Liv Morgan we may see on the cover of WWE 2K25 for the deluxe edition. But what I'm really stuck on at the moment is the fact that intergender matches were mentioned and is teased. WWE 2K25 would be pretty unique if that was the case. This is something that we probably haven't seen and honestly close to 2 decades, bro. I believe 07 or 08 was the last time we were able to get intergender matches in the game. So it's been a very long time. And AEW Fight Forever, we know that that game might have been a dud, but it did have that feature where women can fight the men. And honestly, it really wasn't that big of a deal when it came down to that game when it was in it. So I can see why WWE may want to go on ahead and explore something like this, but it is still surprising because WWE likes to stay on the right side of history. They don't really like to mess with that, and obviously we know that that is more of a serious issue in real life, but in the game, it might just be accepted. It might not be that big of a deal. I don't really remember AEW Fight Forever getting any backlash for being able to get this done in the game. So honestly, it might just be, you know, cool to have in the game. Me personally, I'm not interested in having a bunch of intergender matches. There may be maybe not even a handful of women that I would put in the ring with the men in 2K25 if this is a feature that's added. And honestly, I think Nia Jax, who we've seen, you know, take an RKO from Randy Orton, maybe Piper Niven, you can put her in there as well. Maybe the heavyweights, maybe we are able to get those in the game versus the men. I don't know if every woman will have the feature to go on ahead and face the men personally, but again, it goes all the way back to AEW Fight Forever. Brian Williams worked on that game. They were able to see, you know, that it worked and it really wasn't that big of a deal. So maybe everybody just gets to face each other and that's that. Maybe Rhea Ripley versus Goldberg, like old dude said. And man, it makes me question, you know, how legit, you know, could the leaks be? If intergender matches are being teased, and he mentioned this in his video, obviously I don't really believe much till 2K comes out and, you know, they say, hey, this is what we're gonna have in the game. But just to even speak a little bit on what the city could be, I don't know, man, if we can get something of that magnitude in the game in 8 months. We're talking about we haven't even had a bare bones start to what this city could be, you know. And I have to speak about it because now, you know, he spoke about 2 things in that video, and one of them was intergender matches, and now they're being teased. So now it's only a matter of time if we do have a city that's going to be teased as well, if it's really true. You know what I mean? And the city, for me, I'm personally not interested in that. I know a lot of people are interested. I'm not trying to kill y'all hype. I'm not trying to, you know, kill y'all excitement for it. But I don't know if this could work in a wrestling game unless it's done very strategically. And going back to the intergender stuff, it all interlinks, because I feel for the city to work, you need to be able to have women wrestle men, and it, you know, it shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? So I think that that's something that does connect in one way, shape, or form. But just going back to the intergender matches real quick before we, you know, get deeper into the city, for me personally, it's really hard to understand that, you know, they banned Status last year for, you know, doing intergender stuff, and he wasn't allowed to do it for the rest of the year. Shout out to What's the Status. You know, he keeps the community up to date with a lot of his creations. But he was banned last year for something like this, and now it seems like they may bring it back into the game. Now, that could have been them saying, nah, let's not do that now because we want to save that as a surprise for next year, which I get it at that point, because obviously it wasn't even in the game last year. It was more of a mod per se. So again, I get that part of it, but it is really interesting, you know, that they were willing to ban people over stuff like this and bring it in the year after. Again, I'm not really too crazy about it, but if it is in the game, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Extra features, extra stuff. Sure, cool. Give people more freedom to do certain things. Rhea Ripley versus Dominic Mysterio. Sure, let's go for it. You know what I mean? So just want to go on ahead and point that out, but let's go on ahead and dive deeper into the city. In NBA 2K25, the city is just very, very, very big. It's something that, you know, it's not easy to do. And if WWE 2K does something like this and similar to what the city could look like in, you know, NBA 2K25, then at that point, we are going to be looking at something that's very bare bones, and we probably won't see this finished or look complete or look the way that, you know, NBA's city looks per se. We probably won't see that for about 3 to 4 years, honestly. It's going to be something that is going to take time, and it's something that if they are willing to introduce, I think it could be cool. Again, I think that it needs to be done correctly, because the way that it is done in NBA 2K25, hell no, it couldn't work in WWE 2K. Now, if they do different elements and bring in some of those elements but make their own elements, then yeah, we might have, you know, some spark on our hands. And again, I think that this could be a cool thing. I just want you guys to be prepared, because microtransactions are going to continue being bigger. You're going to have to spend money on your VC to upgrade your character. You're going to have to spend money if you want to buy clothes. That is the city in NBA 2K25. Regardless of how cool it is, a lot of the stuff's costs money, or you're gonna have to put in a lot more time to gain that VC, to go on ahead and buy clothes, cosmetics, all of that. It's gonna take a toll on your pockets. If you guys like spending money, whatever the case may be, yes, you can grind for your character, you can do that too, but for the people that may want stuff now, you're gonna have to spend money. It may just be switched up to how NBA 2K has it, where you can upgrade certain attributes and things like that. Again, man, the city could be a very, very good idea, but I don't want the people to expect something that's going to be of 2K's magnitude with the NBA side, because that game has a way bigger budget, has way bigger things going on than what we have on this side, on the WWE side. And honestly, if it comes like that, then, you know what I'm saying, to that big and that huge city, then at that point, don't really expect much changes in the game if the city is real. Again, if the city is real. I don't like talking about these leaks, but I gotta talk about them, because one, everybody talked about them, and two, this guy talked about intergender matches in that same video, and we're now talking about intergender matches really being in a game. So he may, you know, have a connect, whatever the case may be. Something of legitimacy must be there, and we don't know to what magnitude the city's gonna be in the game, if it is, again, because we don't know nothing. But I figured, man, let's go ahead and talk about it, see how it may work. But yeah, I think that it could be a cool little thing. You got rings everywhere, and you can just got next for the, I don't know. There could be some fire there that, you know, I think that a lot of fans would like, a lot of consumers would like, and it would keep you on the game the whole year with rep and everything. Honestly, the more I think about it, I'm getting a little bit excited about it. So let me not get myself too excited. Let me not get y'all too excited. But yeah, man, stay tuned for the next video, because I had to talk about this. Intergender matches may be in WWE 2K25. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.